Happy day to you and happy Occupational Therapy Month. The topic for discussion today is the occupational therapist as an architect of possibilities. I extracted this title from the OT Month tagline, which states, making impossibilities possible. So how do we make impossibilities possible? So this discussion is going to be answering three questions. What are the three questions? 1. What should we do to make the world experience our excellence? How do we convince the general public of our importance and effectiveness? How do we drastically evolve into a profession that stays on the lips of everyone? So these are the three questions I will be deliberating on today. So I'll give us 7 steps or guidelines I feel we should follow to help us become the architect of possibilities in the community and general society. Number 1, making people understand the OTPF. The Occupational Therapy Practice Framework has given us 8 occupations, which means that people must undergo these 8 occupations from the day they are born till the day they die. So what are these occupations? When we come in contact with the general public, how do we explain to them? So personally, I believe that occupation simply means responsibilities, which means that even as a child, he or she has a responsibility, which is to play. So from this, everyone has a responsibility to wake up in the morning, to brush their teeth, comb their hair, put on clothes, go to school or go to work or a leisure center, or to perform some roles or in their interest, or have relationships, sleep, and every other form of participation in daily life contexts. These are people's occupation. When you are eating is an occupation. The way I'm talking now is an occupation. When this is not possible again, you need an occupational therapist in such a way that you don't need to depend on someone else for you to perform all these responsibilities. Number 2, the use of occupational therapy language. I have come to find out that lots of occupational therapy practitioners do not use the occupational therapy languages or occupational therapy language. They follow the generic language. For example, I found so many people use the word drill, facilitate, etc. Yes, they are not bad, but how do we change the paradigm? How do we become different? When are we going to start using our own standardized terminologies from our standardized assessment? For example, in motor relearning programs or in task-oriented approaches, or in Canadian Occupational Performance Measure, in person-oriented occupational model, in LOTCA, Loweston Occupational Therapy Cognitive Assessment, VMI, Battle Index, FIM scale, back balance scale, etc. When would we start to use the languages in these standardized assessment scales or in our models and approaches of treatment? Number 3, occupational tags. Many people, including occupational therapists, just use bandwagon terminologies. For example, you hear the word, I'm giving fine motor activities, gross motor activities, high-hand coordination activities. Fine, it is true. But we need to start changing so that non-professionals can start learning our own terminologies. For example, in-hand manipulation skills, occupational performance dysfunctions, visual spatial skills, motor relearning or praxis, instead of using obstacle coursing and the likes. Number 4, we should start social media promotions. Every month, something is celebrated. If it is not autism, then it is Parkinson, or it is cerebral palsy, or it is Down syndrome. Occupational therapists, therapy practitioners should start social media promotion of what we do for all these things, all these conditions. The important dates should become a mainstay in our practice. Number 5, we should becoming a brand. Becoming a brand. We should become a brand. We should start selling something. We should start advertising our intervention or our techniques or our devices and tools. We should promote something. We should engage people and create opportunities, partnership, and collaboration, and also research. We should become a brand. Becoming a brand is very essential to making sure that we are an architect of possibilities. Number 6 is occupational therapy entrepreneur. Now we have so many skills. Imagine we have over 100 standardized skills. We have models, approaches, frame of references, and even non-standardized intervention plans in occupational therapy. We should start using these things. We have creative skills in this profession. So we should utilize our knowledge, our skills, our traits, our habits of all the foundational concepts we have learned in OT to become entrepreneurs, to become CEOs, to become managers. We should not only stay in the hospitals. We should go to schools. We should modify old technologies or conventional approaches. We should reduce people's cost of therapy services. And finally, we should creatively solve daily living problems. I would give an example. A woman backing a child. In occupational therapy, we now have a therapy device that gives the same opportunity for a child to experience the backing of a mom. For example, the disc swing or the T-swing. Then we should help resolve developmental milestone issues. People keep talking about developmental milestone. There are a lot of other key terminologies or key milestones that developmental milestone depends upon. We should start opening people's eyes to this. What about accessibilities and inclusions? I read about a lady who has started game inclusion for people with disabilities with Xbox. We should do more of that. What about modifications, adaptations, and compensations? We should start to creatively use all the skills and techniques to solve daily living problems so that people can start to understand what we really do. And in this way, they would become aware of occupational therapy practitioners as architects of possibilities. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.